Hi everyone, welcome to the very last video in our kitchen items series. So we are on day 12. So thank you to everyone that's stuck with me, and please consider liking and subscribing. Right, let's get on. Now I think this is a container with something in that I think is powdery, like maybe sugar, flour, that sort of thing. I think this could be similar. This is obviously a jam jar, and this I'm guessing is a bottle, but I'm not really sure. But let's start with the jam, because that's, in my thoughts, is the easiest. But I'm just having a look. I think I quite like to use the cadmium red for our jam. Did I use cadmium red for jam last time? I want to do it differently if I did. I'm just going to have a look. I'm just checking. I think I used, no, that's not it. Yeah, I did. Right, no, let's not do cadmium red then. It's the same. What about this? Yeah, let's use the scarlet red. I have used it before, I think. No, I haven't. Oh, that's a good choice then. So the scarlet red. I really enjoy doing little jam pots like this. So I hope you have fun with it as well. So we want it to be darker on the outside. So I'm going to layer up my red all the way around the edge to start with. Ooh, my stomach gurgled then. It's not quite lunchtime yet, but I decided that I would get this bit finished. This whole page will be finished then before lunch, or else I might just hurry lunch and get indigestion wanting to come back and finish it, because I'm excited about doing it. It's always a great satisfaction in finishing a page, I find anyway. Sometimes a sadness, but not normally. So I'm going back round, just trying to make sure it is significantly dark on the edge. I can't really see what I'm doing. I don't know why I look in the camera. Yeah, let's put a bit more there. There we go. Okay, that's step one. Nice and easy. Now I want a slightly different red. I might go for the vermilion actually. It's a little bit darker. I want something a bit darker. I think it's going to work. Can't find it on my swatch sheet. Oh, where are you? Vermilion. I'm sorry, I'm being annoying. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's definitely darker. Good. So my idea is to use the vermilion on this label here. So I wanted to stand out a little bit. There we go. So I'm really layering that up, and on this bit of string, let's make it a red ribbon. Why not? Lastly, I want a much paler colour, so I'm going to use the Venetian red. I can find it. It's definitely a much less powerful red, slightly pinkish. I'm just going to sharpen it. And I've done jam jars like this before, so I apologise if you've seen me do it before, but I'm going to just make it like it's a gingham cloth. I'm sort of ignoring the fact that it's up and down, because that's a bit complicated. So I will try and make it a bit rounded here, this one. There we go. And I'm going to use this Venetian red to put a really light bit on there. Yeah, there we go. That was fun. Now I'm going to do this big jar. Now I was thinking that if I did this as brown sugar, then it would show up a bit more than if I did it as white sugar or flour or something. So I'm going to hope that I can use the raw umber and it will look right. Wish me luck, everyone. I've looked at my swatch chart and I think it looks like the right colour. But now I'm looking at it might need to be a little bit more yellow. It depends on what type of brown sugar it is, of course. Muscovado sugar is a very different colour to granulated brown sugar. But I'm going to just use a green gold. I think that'll work with it. Let's give it a go. And of course you could do it as cocoa powder, which might be a little bit easier to colour. Or what else could it be? Like spices, turmeric, anything, nutmeg, cinnamon. I'm going to leave it like that. You'll just have to guess what it is. Now I want a silvery lid on this one. I don't know why, I just looked at it and I thought silver. So I'm going to grab the cool grey deep, we used it for our spoons yesterday, and use a very similar technique. Well, so really dark on the edge, draw it across towards the middle, leave a white gap, do the same on this side. And hopefully it looks a bit shiny and silvery. Now this, I feel like this is silver as well, not silver but stainless steel, like it's a very special lid on a glass jar. I'm sure I've seen lids like this before, so I'm going to keep going with this pencil and I hope it isn't going to look too boring, but put a bit of shine there, just a tad on this one because it's being shaded by the sort of lid. Well, the sort of handle on the top of the lid, knob, I don't know what to call it. So just gently drawing that in so that we can have a bit of a light part in the centre. Same here. I just find this is such a good colour for silver. You don't need to put anything else there. I'm just wondering how to do this bit. I think I'm going to just do it the same as the rest and then decide if I want to, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Just draw that in, make it a bit dark on the edges. Then I'm thinking there might be a line of shadow under there, and then each of these I'm just going to put in, make the ones where there's less grey a bit lighter. There we go. Okay, now I am assuming that this is an open glass bottle and this is a sticker on it. That's what I'm assuming. I've decided that I'd quite like to do it as a green glass bottle because this is see-through glass, so I think it'll look a little bit different. So I'm just having a little look at my greens. I'm thinking the phthalo green might be quite good, if I can find it. I think that's it there, yes. So the phthalo green for our bottle, I'm just going to sharpen it. Now we want to do it in a very similar way to the metal, so get a lot down on the edges and then less towards the middle and leave some white shine because glass is usually very shiny, but just a little bit. There we go. And the same here, I'm sort of ignoring where Johanna's drawn a line there. We might go over that with a white pen at the end. I haven't done white on many of these on this row, none of them, but we will on this one because we've got several lots of glass. There we go. I'm going to use that, make that a sticker, I think, or else it's just a bit pointless. If I just colour it like the glass, then there's no point in Johanna having drawn it. I think we might just go for a lighter sort of greeny colour what's that? I'm trying to find one I haven't used. I don't think I've used the pthalo turquoise. Let's try that. There it is. I'm hoping it'll work. So that, and I'm going to do this one quite dark and then this one a bit lighter. I don't know why. Put enough down so you can see it. Maybe there should have been a bit more contrast. It's done now. I've been procrastinating this because I don't know how to colour it. Is it coloured glass? Is it ceramic? I think it's glass, but then what's this sort of patterny bit if it's glass, and what's in it? I think we'd do it coloured. We could do it coloured glass, so we'll do it something that looks a bit see-through. What looks see-through that might work? Ooh, should we do the mulberry? It's really quite dark. I want to. I'm going to do the mulberry. Or should I just wimp out and do the purple lake deep? Yeah, I'll wimp out and do the purple lake deep. It's my favourite colour. So it's still quite dark. I'm going to do the same as we did for the other glass. Or I'm assuming it's sort of glass, or it could be china. It's, who knows. So I need to put my light bit in the same place to line up with here. So I need to just bring that across a bit more. There we go. And I'm going to do the same here, but we'll do these bits and these bits in a slightly different colour. Just trying to get that even. I think that's just about there. Let's just add a bit in there. And I'm thinking there might be some shadow under here, which I'm just going to do in this colour. Okay, now the little bits, I want them to stand out. So I'm thinking maybe the magenta might work. Oops. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's not magenta, that's cherry. I thought it didn't look quite right. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. I just need to sharpen. Okay, so we've basically got the base of the jar here. It looks a bit odd, but once we put these bits in, I'm hoping it'll tie up. We're going to put some white on there after, and I think it will lift it. But what we do need to do is our glass here. So I want a much lighter grey. I do have the cool grey. I've got some browny greys, but I always think the cool greys are better. I think I'm going to actually use the Paynes grey. But I need it really light, so I'm going to try for a very light touch. What I'm going to do is just bring that in a little. And now we want that lighter bit to line up with the lighter bit on the lid. And you can go over the contents of the jar as well with your grey, because it would be behind the glass. But I think that's enough. It hopefully, once we put the white in there, it'll just look better. We've got the base of the bottle there, which I missed. So I'm going to grab the phthalo green and just do that. Just spotted that bit. There we go. Well done if you spotted it. Oops. Well done if you spotted it before me. Then we've got our cloth. Now this looks really similar to one we had in an earlier picture where I thought that these were chain stitch embroidered. and yeah, we can, it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking we'll do some different colours because we've got a lot of different colours going on here. What should we do? We've done quite a few yellow cloths. We've done a white one, blue, green, brown. Let's do a pink. Let's do a really delicate pink. Let's use our azalea pink. We've used this already for a delicate pink, I think. So we'll just, I'm actually going to do it all over the cloth because the little pattern on there I'm going to do with a darker colour, so it should hopefully work. I just realised I'm leaning on a flap of paper. It should actually be behind the book. That's better. So it's quite subtle, which is what I wanted. And I'm thinking I could probably use the same colour for the embroidery. Just over colour it more so that it's a bit more intense. There we go. Now we've got to do the shell. We have the raw umber that we use for the brown sugar that I'm going to use. And it looks really different because I'm layering it up a lot more. And then I'm going to get the cool grey deep just to do a bit of shadowing before I get my white pencil out. So as we have on nearly all the others, I'm going to go around the edge like that. This one's already got a bit that's been drawn in by Johanna. Make it a bit easier for us. I was sort of putting grey on grey, but I think it's enough to show up. That's a bit messy. I'm actually going to do the shadow on the one I missed as well in a minute, but let's do the white on this one first. I'm going to use my Jelly Roll 10. I'm going to put some on the bottle here, all the way down on our jam jar. On this bottle, just do it over the top of the black that's there. Just scribble that on some scrap paper. A bit on here too. I'm going to put a little bit on there. Yep, I think that will do for that. Oh, I just want a bit of shadow underneath them. Under here. And of course between there. There we go. So there is that little section completed. I am going to put the shadow on the one I missed. Oops. Which wasn't that one. It was that one. So I know you can't see the whole thing, but we're only going around these items. I just feel that it needs it. I'm using the same cool grey deep just to go around them all. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I think it's just going to finish it off. For those of you that have been colouring along, you might feel that it needs it. Yeah, I think that's better. Now I'm going to come right out so we can see the whole page, which is exciting. It's quite slow at zooming out. I think it's so that you don't get seasick, which is probably a good thing. Let's move you slightly into the centre. I'm going to try and straighten up. I'm rubbish at getting things straight, but we'll see how I can do. So there are all of the items. So thank you so much for joining me for this this series. Let's just take that page out. yeah, I've had a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed colouring these. I hope that you've enjoyed the videos, whether you've coloured along or not. Yeah, I've had such fun. But I've got a couple more planned for this book before I finish the book. You can see I've still got this page to do, but I won't be doing a video for that. It's so much going on that page. I shall need some very small, probably some Staedtler pencils for that, and a lot of time. But yeah, I'm hoping to get most of this done this month. I did say all of it, but I'm beginning to think maybe not. But we'll see. But yeah, I've got 2, maybe 3 more videos to make from this one series. We've got our dressing table items, which I'm going to do as a series, which will run beyond the end of this month because we haven't got enough time left. And also a few others that I might do a little bit from, but I haven't quite decided yet, so I'm not going to say those just in case I change my mind. But I want to say thank you very much for watching the whole series, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, hope you have a really super day, and happy colouring.